This is Ustron in the Beskid range in southern Poland, very close to the Czech border. And as always, I'm starting off the place where you can leave your camper, and we have this car park here which is in the center of town. And this is one place. You can see there's only one camper here. Mine isn't here, mine's somewhere else. But this is very cheap. You've got no facilities, no water, no electricity, but it costs either 10 or 20s water, depending, I think, on the size of your vehicle, because the instructions are not very clear. It uses the word bus, costing 20, which in Polish tends to mean something like a VW, but anyway, so it depends. I think it depends on the size. So that's really very cheap. I mean, 10's watt is about €2.20, something like that. It's like $4.40 for a night, but even for a big vehicle, you can't complain at that. Here we have the railway station. Now the railway is actually in use. There's even trains to Warsaw. This station is an Austrian station from the end of the 19th century. And it's not in use there any longer as a station. The platform's in use. I don't know how you buy tickets, but so I presume you buy it from the guard on the train. So now I'll show you around. Having seen where to park your van, I'll show you a bit more. Or should you park here, you've got their restaurant which seems to be serving fish. It's called Rybka, which means little fish in Polish. You've got a jumping park there. You've got here a pizza shop selling cakes, and there's plenty of beer, and they also have ice cream that they make themselves. Now what we've got here, obviously it's a spa town. The spa is not a 19th century one, it's a relatively new one, as will be seen, but it's in very good surroundings with the hills all around, and so it's a nice place to visit. This is the Vistula River at Ustron, and here it's heading roughly, or getting on for a northerly direction in a short while. You can see it's already pretty wide despite being so close to its source. There's a lot of big fish down there, as you can see. That's not quite north, but it will be before long. I don't think it's particularly easy to find this water drinking place. The building itself is very socialist in its outlook, and I'd say the building over there is a mixture of modern and socialism. Different to the 19th century spas that we see in many places in southern Poland and other places in Central Europe. So this is the water you can drink. You get your own plastic cup, you pay 50 groszy for it, and now, rather than try and remember what's in it, so this is called the Amelia, and there you can see the content in really good milligrams per litre of those elements. It's compounds. You have to drink a lot though to have any effect, I think, on your health or problems which may need to be resolved. Whereas undoubtedly the spa building is nowhere near as attractive as the others. This drinking place is a very interesting new architecture, I would say, and we've got a place down there where you can sort of sit around the fountain, and apparently it's got iodine in the water, which is not something you'd expect in a mountain area. There we have the hills. I think it's a very attractive area, and there you have some information about the mineral content of the water and the land. So up there is the Leśny Park Niespodzianek, the Forest Park of Surprises, and as you can see they have displays with birds of prey, and that's up there, which happen at the weekend. Today's Friday, but as last year where I was working, we had birds of prey, and quite a few of them, to frighten off the birds that were eating the blueberries. I've seen them in action, so I can give that. This is the amphitheatre and the Cure Park. I can't think of a better way of translating that. It's that's really a word from German. People in Central Europe, something started I think largely in the 19th century, come for a cure, so that's why they come to places like this. I don't know if that happened last night or earlier, but here in the summer, when it gets really hot, like in the mid-30s, then suddenly you get these storms, the torrential downpours, and it breaks the trees. And there was clearly a very old tree, I can't say how old, but I thought it was 60, 70 years old, and it collapsed not far from where I was staying before in Cieszyn, damaging a fence, a metal fence as well, knocking it into the ground further. And so that's one of the problems here. But I mean, you get the heat, which is pleasant. So that's the cost of having the heat. July, for today's 1st of July, July is the month of the year which has the most rainfall, but it comes down normally in the evening, very hard, often with thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening, to quote Queen. Now we have the Vistula River. The cycle track runs alongside the river. Here is the bridge. Another bridge. There's several bridges. I haven't been showing them all, in fact. Decided to show this one because of this waterfall like thing. And it's a suspension bridge, like the one I walked across in Slovenia a couple of months ago. Only this one is much more stable. It appears that way anyway. It's more stable than the one in Slovenia. Of course, the one in Slovenia was much longer. You can see that in the film about the Kozak waterfall near Kobari in Slovenia. Now I'm going to Wisła and going back along the cycle track. That mountain is the Czantoria. It rises to 995 meters. It's on the border between Poland and the Czech Republic. And as you can see, you can get a bit via a chairlift, and it costs 21 zloty to do that. You can also take your bike up one way and cycle down, although it seems a bit dangerous to me. Alternatively, you can hike up there. Or you could get the chairlift up and hike back, vice versa.